So thanks very much, Dr. Banda, for inviting us. It's always good to come back to St Francis, and it'd just be interesting for me to hear a little bit about how you view the role that overseas partners like the Logie Legacy plays in the life of St Francis.
So you are very much welcome, Chris, and we are delighted that you came all the way to come and see us. So St Francis is a big hospital. In eastern province of Zambia, it serves more than half of the population. And because it's a mission hospital, it does not get full funding from the government. So it has survived all these years from 1948 to now because of the support that the partners give to St. Francis. We get a little funding from the government purely for operations and nothing for infrastructure, nothing for equipment, nothing for any other project, not even the workshop. So what you see and how we are managing to run the institution is dependent on purely on the partners that have been very supportive, and we want to thank them, and we just pray that God gives them the ability to continue what they have been doing for the people of Katete and for the people of the eastern province of Zambia.
Yeah, we've had a Water for Life program going on for the last 3 years. We're nearly at the point of completion. How do you view that as an initiative? How important has that been to the hospital?
Fantastic. Actually, the project has served us. I can tell you that for the last 2 weeks, I'm able to bath and finish my bath. When I first came to St. Francis, I was given a small house. In that house, there's a nice shower, nicely made shower. And you start a bath, and you put your soap on your head and on the body. Before you finish, the water is out. There's no more water coming from the tap. That is at home, so you can get a towel and take it out. But for the patients, you need water to bath the patients. You need the water to clean up the wards against infections. You need the water to flush the sanitary units in the hospital and all that. The pipes which were laid at St. Francis coming from the boreholes were very old. They were metallic old pipes which over the years have rusted. And when they rusted, they developed, started leaking actually, and we have been losing a lot of water through the leaks. So the Water for Life project came at the right time. I can just imagine this time, if this project was not there, what could have been happening to this institution.
Yeah, so
what more do we need?
Yeah, well, it's fantastic that we've been able to play a little part from Scotland to help you in this corner of Zambia. Obviously water, whether it's grey water or black water, needs to flow somewhere, and I think we've identified some issues with the sanitation, and we're looking to make some proposals. Do you want to make any comments about how that might be a project we could take forward in the future?
So, if we don't do anything about it now, if we don't think about it now, we are going to have a crisis and we will not be able to manage that crisis. The only thing we'll probably do is just close the hospital until that problem is sorted out. So, do we need a sanitation project at St. Francis? No, we need it like yesterday, a big one.
Thanks. I think finally, the Logie Legacy has been privileged to really partner with St Francis for many years now, involved in pharmacy projects, midwifery, obstetrics, sexual health, and TB. Our approach is to really understand better what your needs are, listen to your needs, and try to draw alongside you and work closely together. How do you feel we can do that perhaps better?
Well, you are already doing it very well. What is key is the communication between yourselves and us. Of course, we know our problems. It's just that there is probably not much that we can do. So there are gaps in the So when I go to the ward, I'm doing a round. I say, okay, sister, can you do pulse oximetry? This child has had pneumonia for the past 7 days and it's not improving. And they tell me, no, there's no pulse oximeter, it's not working. So we identify the gaps as we work along. So as we work along, we know the problems that we have. Even in the infrastructure, we know what we have. So when you come on the ground, you can do your own needs assessment of the hospital. 2, you can communicate with us. And you will say, okay, where do you have challenges in the process of delivering the healthcare to the people? So we'll be able to say, okay, we have few, this is our biggest problem, this and this and that. And then you can help us to narrow that gap. I think that is the most effective way. And of course, so once in a while, you can come down and see how we are doing and how we can make things better.
That's really important, isn't it? You know, just to try and see if we can close some of those gaps.
Yes.
We can't, you know, do everything, but we can play a small part to hopefully strengthen a service that is extremely valued by the people in the Eastern Province and beyond.
Yes.
So any help that we give should be a help that is sustainable, that will enable you to do your job better.
Sure. So there's no system which is 100% perfect. In our setting, there are a lot of things that we improvise. So sometimes when you come and help us to narrow the gap, we actually get the ideal things that we've actually never thought about getting, and we feel very good about it. The good thing is that the people at St. Francis, the workers, the workforce is very motivated, even with the little tools we have at our disposal. They do their job, and the communities in Eastern Province, they are very happy. They appreciate the work that the hospital does. Yes.
Thank you so much. Let's look forward to a very fruitful partnership over many years to come.
You're most welcome, and we thank you that you've taken your time and your time off and came all the way. We don't know how to appreciate the work that you do, and we pray that God will give you many more days for the work that you do to His people. You cannot do better than that. Thank you.